She was out about 6 months, I guess it was. She came back, and the first thing she said to me after being gone, she said, "You bitch, I'm going to make you pay for it." I said, "Bring it on." I said, "Bring it on. I don't have no medicine in me now." I said, "Unless you sure enough catch me off guard, you can't give me a shot, and you can't force nothing down my throat. So therefore, I want you to see and give it your best shot." So at that time, when I told her that, at that time, she came. She says, "Come take your medicine." I said, "I'm not moving." So she come after me, and she had a razor blade in her hand. Well, she got me on my arm, but when I grabbed, she cut me right here on my arm. I have several scars on. She cut me right on my forearm right here, and when she did,
so she attacked you with a razor blade?
Yeah, she used razors. She used broken balls, and she would go outside and break on the steps so the edge would be real sharp. And not only me did she do this to, she did it to anybody that would go up against her or try to. But I broke her glasses, and she couldn't see. She couldn't see without her glasses. But when I broke her glasses, and I'm a ward of state, so what they gonna do to me? I'm already locked up. So when I broke her glasses, this is about the second time I broke her glasses, and I think I did it about 12 times all total while I was there. When I broke her glasses, she couldn't see. And when she couldn't see, I reached down and I grabbed her leg and I tripped her. And when I tripped her, she fell. And so I took her own keychain with her string around it. I tied her arm up. I flipped it back over, and I must have hit her about 8 or 10 times in the chest and in the face with that chair. I was sitting there, and I just cried later. I just backed myself up in the corner. I just cried, and then I thought to myself, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. She's hurting us. I don't feel bad at it at all.
Absolutely.
So then I had to go back to the doctor. This was about maybe a couple months later, something like that. I had to go back to the doctor to get my chest checked out. And when I did, the lady that brought me there, she says, "You stay right here. I got to run down to the bottom." And that's when the black residents were separated from the white residents. We wasn't mixed at that time. That was awful too. But it was so. The whole place was. But anyway, I said, this is the only chance that I'm going to get. I have got to get to Dr. Percy. He was superintendent of Gracewood
The whole hospital.
At Gracewood State School and Hospital at that time, in 1964, 65. I think he stayed until 68, but I'm not sure.
Was he the one that helped you get out?
Yes, sir. I went to his office. As soon as she broke it, I saw that bed back up. I knew it was going to take every bit about.
What was his name, so if people research it, they can tell you?
Dr. Persley. I don't remember his first name, but his name was Dr. Persley. He was the superintendent of Gracewood State School and Hospital from the time when I was there, from 63 to 69. I know he was there then. And like I said, this was about 65, 66. And I said, this is my only chance that I'm going to get. I said, I have got to go. So when I saw the lady leave, I broke and I ran over to Dr. Percy's office. Well, he was in a big meeting, all kind of people sitting around the table. The lady said, "You can't go in there." I said, "Oh, yes, I'm going in there." And I said, "Dr. Percy," I said, "I don't mean to interrupt your meeting. I wouldn't do anything." I said, "But I want you to take a loose look, because they're going to come get me and they're going to lock me back up. So this is my only chance." And I snatched my uniform. We had to wear uniforms, blue uniforms. We all looked the same as far as dress-wise. I just unsnapped the first, not trying to be disrespectful.
Right.
Unsnapped my shirt down to my waist to the button, and I said, "This is what Miss Ray did to me." And right now it's still kind of hard for me. I had to relive it when I really get to certain parts about it. But I said, "This is what she's done to me." But she put it on my record that I was self-inflicted. But she ain't gonna tell you, and she's laying out right now because something inside of me snapped. And when it snapped, I said, I poured the water back on her, and there she stands in her uniform and stockings and all that kind of stuff. And they tell me she had 3 and 4 degree burns on her now. I said, but my intention wasn't to hurt me, but she hurt me. And I said, if you were doing the same thing, you probably, probably would not.
More reflex than anything.
You probably would not, but I've said some real bad words too that I regret now. But I said, you probably would not them too, And he says, "What are you talking about?" And I said, you don't have to believe me because I know they got you believing whatever they put down on that record. That's the whole truth and nothing but. I said, but that's not true. That's not true at all. I said, you didn't even get to take my word for it. I said, but you come over in that cottage between 10:30 and 11 o'clock at night when they're giving you medicine to you, and when you refuse to take it or you not get in the line, and you watch them. She got the third drawer down on the right in the middle, because she was on the second shift. I said, in the third drawer down on the right, I said, she got razor blades, and she's got box cutters, and she's got broken glass.
Oh my God.
Not only did she hurt us with those things, but it caused the infection because there ain't no telling, what kind of germs that it had on there. And I said, I just want you to come over and look for yourself. You don't have to believe me, just look. I said, because when you come over there, I'm going to be the last one because I'm going to have to fight. The rest of them is so doped up is what I believe is, if I remember what I said correctly. I said that they're so doped up. I said they don't even realize what's going on in they're being hurt. They're self. I said, but I'm not letting them hurt me like that. So then he came over there, I guess maybe about a month later, because I thought he's just like the rest of them, he's not going to do anything about it, even though he's the one that can do everything. I said, he's not going to do anything. And I was taking I thought, she thought I was going to be I got in the line, but I kept putting people ahead of me that came, because I knew I was going to have to fight, and they didn't know no better, so I was making everybody go in. And I happened to look over to my right, and there he stood in the shadows. They had big old pillars in the building, like the walls, they kind of was standing behind there, and he had a man with a camera. And he motioned for me to be quiet, not let them know that he was in the building. Well, he saw each one of them get hurt in a different way the whole time.
By this one particular woman?
And see, I had real long hair at the time, down to my back, and I had already pulled my hair back and put it in a rubber band, so when she grabbed it, she couldn't pull it so much so it wouldn't hurt me as bad. And like I said, he got it all on tape for her and those other, I called them kids. I didn't know what to call them at the time, because I thought I was more growner than what they were, even though they were older than, most of them was older than I was. And I kept going up, so then it finally reached my turn that I had to go up there. And she told me, she said, I don't want no, I don't know if I can say the S word. She said, I don't want any out of you tonight. I said, you don't start none, and they will not be none. I'm telling you right now, before I approach the counter right here, that I am not taking that medication. You got everybody else so dubbed up, and they don't know how to fight for their rights. I said, but you're not doing it to me. Not only you, but nobody else on the first and second shift. You're not doing it to me anymore. I'm not letting it happen to me anymore.
Right.
And that means me fighting every day of my life, and we're going to have it on, sister. We're going to have it on. So then he got the film. He demanded her keys right there. He said he would see to it that she would never work in another facility at all. And then I left there. I went to Georgia Warm Springs Foundation. I was trained to be a nurse. After I was trained to be a nurse, I went back to Augusta. That's the only place I ever knew. I went back to Augusta, finished my nurse training at Mackerel College of Georgia, there in Augusta. In 1999, I met Mark at Disability Connection. He was my peer support.